good night, good afternoon. How is everybody doing this fine night? It is nighttime for me. As you can see, I'm doing a new style of recording. Please tell me if you like it or not. And yeah, I know I haven't been recording or posting any videos for a couple of months. It is because I had a lot of things on my mind, and I was like things personal life matters, yeah. But I'm back, and here with a new interesting story. This is gonna be, what if Naruto was a slave, or what if Naruto and his brother was Kurama's slave? Female Kurama, actually. Yeah. And I wanted to say thank you all for who subscribed and getting me to 100 subscribers, because I never thought I was gonna be here. Yeah. I'm really surprised. But anyways, nobody came here to talk about that. Anyways, let's just get on into the video. Okay, as you see Konoha village, the village hidden in the leaves. As the night was a peaceful night in an upward town where everything was booming, happy, and just lovely. As we don't start here. No, we don't. As you go back, far back in the village where the darkness lies, where ambush doesn't patrol there. As you see people selling drugs. You see women on the streets trying to seduce men. You see people gambling their only stock of money. This is the dark part of Konoha. As we don't begin here. We don't even begin here. We begin in the alleyway. Where you see a boy, two boys, and a fox kind of lady standing over them. But let's cut back 5 minutes. No, I lied, 10 minutes ago. As you see, Naruto Uzumaki and Menma Uzumaki. Before I continue, let me tell you how they look. Well, Naruto looks almost the same, but Naruto, he has yellow hair, but red strands of hair all the way at the bottom. As Menma is the complete opposite. His hair is red but have yellow strands at the bottom. As there is running from the 10 villagers that came to get their revenge. As the villagers start their beating, kicking, punching. It started like normal for them. Kicking, punching. When they thought it was over and they could leave, one of the villagers brought a kunai, the next one brought a bat, and the next one brought a glass bottle that was shattered. As all I'm gonna say is that they got stabbed, and they was on the brink of death. Kurama sealed inside both of them, 50-50, like always. Yeah, back to the story. As Kurama connects with her other half, the yin and the yang side, both in like different pieces. As she connects to her other half, as they made up a plan to leave the kid's body. It's not gonna kill him instantly, because they wanted to have a conversation with the kids, knowing if they were gonna live or they're gonna die. This is a rare time. This is a rare chance for a tail beast to leave their Jinchuriki. But this time, the Reaper Death Seal was not the one. This was an extremely weakened version of it. As Minato did die to the impalement of the 9 tails thing, but he didn't use the Reaper Death Seal. It was just a regular seal. Very weak. Like a very weakened version of it. As Kurama easily just broke out of it. As both of them broke out of it, as they came out of the two kids' bodies. As you just see, red chakra bubbling out of them as it formed a lady. As like I said, this is where not even ambush or anybody is go. This is the dark part of Konoha. Only thing in this alleyway you can see is two kids and a red light. As bubbly chakra, red chakra starts spewing out of them. As it create a beautiful woman with the red eyes, long red hair, nails sharper as knives, sharp as kunais, eyes that could pierce through anybody, a red kimono to match her red hair, and red sandals. As she have a fan in her hand, as she stretches her arm, as she says it's good to be in the real world in this form. It's nice. As she just materializes a fan, as she walks up to the kids, as she says to them, I'm giving y'all this is one of a lifetime chance for y'all to become my slaves. As she says, y'all two are dying. Do you want to live? At first they didn't hear her, as they were dozing in and out, as they only have a couple of seconds before they die. As she says it again, do you want to live? She says the next part quickly. I won't give you. The conditions are, you would become my slave. You will do whatever I say. You will obey whatever I say. You will never disobey me. You'll never cross me. You'll never do anything unless I allow it. As they just shook their head, both of them at the same time, not knowing the other's answer. As she smirked, saying, this was too easy. As she says, fine. As she says, okay then. As she closes her fan. As she puts her hand on the floor. As her slitted red eyes turn into black eyes, and the slit turned from red. Her eyes turned pure black. As the slit from her black slit to red slit. As a circle surrounded both the boys. As it was a demonic circle, as in the middle was a fox. It healed the boys fully, all the way to 100%, but it added more to it. It added a color to both of them, as both the collars had a fox on it and an invisible chain. Think of it as like if you watch Fate, if you know okay, never mind. Sorry, I was rambling on. Sorry for that. I was gonna say that, but never mind. As you see an invisible chain connecting to Kurama's hand, as she grabs onto the chain, as the connection has been made. As once it was done, the light dissipates, as the two boys are there. As Kurama has a chain in her hand. As let me explain what the chain does. This color is the way that she controls her slaves and everything like that. They can't disobey. They can't do anything without her permission. As she has a chain that nobody else could see except for them two. Only the slaves and their masters who made the contract with them could see it. As Naruto and Menma could see it for right now, but she wants it to disappear for them, she could. If she wants it to disappear for her, she could. She can make it reappear randomly, but it's always connected to her, nobody else. As the color is visible, everybody can see the color. It'll give questions, but who cares, right? Sorry about that. Yeah, you won't see what I just did. Hey, sorry, I paused for a second. Let's just get back to the story. Yeah. You see, she looks at the two. As the two was scared. They didn't know what was going on. As she opens up a portal. As she uses some of her power. She's not at 100% of her strength at the moment. But this would do fine. As how much power she has. As you appear to a abandoned castle that looks like it's been abandoned for years. As it's not run down. It looks run down to everybody from the outside. But that's just a genjutsu to put on the house. As the Nine-Tails Fox, as they don't know her real name. That's what they know her as. No, they don't even know who she is. I lied. See, just this random woman used hand signs as this abandoned-looking house turned into this gorgeous castle. As this is like far away from every known village around. Like this is like far away. No ninjas was ever gonna find us. If they did, they would just think it was just one abandoned, rundown, house or something. That's what it looks like. As when she lifted the genjutsu, it was a gorgeous castle, made to fit a queen. As she pulls the chains, as they follow, as they was quiet the whole way. As she goes into her room, and foxes starts to appear. As they bow down to her as she walks through. I know I'm moving kind of fast. I'll explain everything later. As all the foxes bow down. As for regular people, it sounds like they're howling or like barking. But for Naruto Mema, since they are her slaves, they understand what the foxes are saying. So all of them some are crying, and some are proudly bowing. Some starting from 1 tail, going up to 2 tail, ending at 5 tail. As there's only a little bit of foxes there. As this is her clan or her kingdom. This is her people, and that they're the queen. As she goes to her throne. This throne is pure red. Almost look like it made out of blood. As she sits down, as the kids didn't know what's going on. They was confused. They have questions. They wanted answers. As they was just quiet because they wanted to wait before they asked anything. As Kurama pulled the chains, as she told them to sit on her lap, as they obeyed, not wanting to, as she says, if you don't listen, you will get punished. They didn't want to know what the punishment means, but they just obeyed. As all the fox keep saying, "Welcome back, my queen," in unison. As these foxes didn't know what happened to her. All they knew is that she disappeared. 1 second, she just disappeared for years and years and years, and never came back until now. These foxes live. These are different foxes, not from regular foxes. These are from yokai foxes, or whatever you can call it. These foxes does not have chakra. They don't have powers. They are just like irregular foxes, especially like 1 tails. Going up the ranks, only people who have like powers are 5 tails. 4 tails are higher than 5. 3 to 1 doesn't. 3 and 1 is just like foxes who could talk. Yeah. To their queen and to other foxes. If you want a six-tailed fox, that is extremely rare. But it's wearing two five-tailed foxes have a baby, and it's like 1 in 1,000,000 or like 1 in 100 that she or he will have six tails when she's born. So yeah, it was trying to set up their ranking system. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's get back to the story. As you see, Kurama says, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I made y'all all wait so long. If it wasn't for them humans. She said that. She said if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for them humans. Yeah. Sorry. She says if it wasn't for them humans. So, why are you, I can't speak today, sorry about that. Why do you have these two humans with you? These are off limits. These two are mine and mine alone. Yes, I'll say all saying yes, my queen, but why do you have them? Well, these are my slaves. My personal slave. I will train them personally. Nobody would get close to them. Nobody would hurt them. You treat them with the utmost respect. Yes, my queen. As they all say in unison. As the boys looked at the queen of foxes, the demonic fox. As they had, she could see that they had questions, but she gave them an eye smile and said, "Is my room still in perfect shape?" As they say, "Yes, my queen. We will be extremely ashamed of ourselves if we never left our queen room in perfect condition. For we was waiting for your arrival." As she walks, she says, Go prepare some food for us. We will have a banquet for my return." As they say, "Yes, my queen." As they just disappear. As she says, come along now." As they just nod her head, saying, as they say, "Yes." As she just stopped. As she just looked behind her. As she pulls the chain. As she pulls the chain hard. As she didn't pull it like to choke them, but the chain has the ability. If the masters pull the chain too hard, that means it's time for their punishment. As the punishment for the day is a shock. As it starts to shock them. As they're just on the floor. As she loosens it up, and then she looks at them. "Listen up now. I am your master. You are my slave. You listen to me. You call me master. You say yes, master. You say no, master. You say maybe, master, but you always answer without master. Nothing else." As they gets up, yes, master. As she goes back saying, "Okay, now we're all on the same page. Let's go." As she just goes to her bedroom. As she makes it, as she just flings herself onto the bed. I can explain what happened in Konoha later. We still are there. As she flings herself onto the bed. As she says, "Okay, now I'm gonna explain everything. Do you have any questions?" Yes. Who are you?" "Well, I am the nine-tailed fox, the Kyuubi of your village." As their eyes widened, as Menma heard of the Kyuubi, but he doesn't know the story behind it. But Naruto knows the story. As Naruto says, "I thought the Kyuubi was killed by the fourth Hokage." That human? As she starts to laugh crazily. As she has a crazy smile on her face. As she says, "You really think a mere mortal like him could kill me?" As they look at her, they said, "No, master." Huh. Huh. For the answer, I'll release the chains right now. As she throws the chains and it disappears, but it's still connected to her. As they start to loosen up, as they ask her, can we have your name, master? Yes, my name is Kyubi, but you'll never be using a name, right? We won't use the name, master. You are our master, after all. As Naruto's member says, why do you choose us as your slave? I was bored. Maybe boredom, pity. I don't know. I just felt like it. Is it not a good enough answer? As they think in their head, no, it isn't. That's a stupid answer. As the chain appears in her arm, as she pulls it tighter than before, as it shocks them worse. As she says, none of my answers are stupid. I can hear what's going on in your mind, slaves. As she lets it go, as they gasp for air, as she says, well, you will be my elite slave. I will train you personally. I don't care what you do. I mean, I do care what you do, but I will allow you to be free. I mean, not be free of me, but I'll allow you to do things on your own. You'll have to go back to the village, but you will live here. I will train you to be stronger to any Hokage, any human, any mortal, any demon. You'll be as strong as me. But sadly, with this collar on, you'll never surpass me. This collar was created by the Shinigami, himself or her itself. The collar you're wearing are a 1 in a million. Nothing would ever break it. Unless God himself wanted it to be. But is God even real? I don't even care if he is. Well, anyways, if you listen to what I I will never punish you. Y'all are my little slave. The little slaves I love. As she puts on her smile. A smile that warms their heart. Love? As they never heard that word. That word was foreign to them. As she says, yes. I might not show it, but I loved you. I love both of you. Well, it's time to go eat, but spelling like that, and looking like that. As she says, maid. As a fox comes in the room, swinging 2 tails behind her, as she says, yes, master. As she says, yes, mistress, not master. She says, yes, mistress. Get these 2 some clothes, but they're humans. As Kyubi shoots her a look, saying, do it or you die. As she was scared, as she says, yes, mistress, as she runs out the room quickly. As Kurama says, taking off her clothes in front of them, as Mama and Naruto starts blushing and looking away, as she says, don't look away, I don't mind. She says, well, y'all have to get naked too anyways. We're gonna have a bath. Y'all gonna scrub my back. As they says, yes, master. As they take off the clothes, we skip 5 minutes. We skip 10 minutes later. As they come out with their bath, as they all bathe, and blah blah blah. Kurama puts on her new kimono, a pure black one. As Naruto and Mama puts on some new clothes. It's a black hoodie with short pants. As Mama has on a black hoodie and short pants with some sandals on. No, not sandals, because they don't wear shoes inside the house. Yeah, just regular. As Kurama walks down into the dinner hall. As Naruto and Mema follow straight behind her. As they stop in front of a big door leading to the dinner hall. As they walk in, you see this big table ready to fit almost over 100 people. As she claps her hand, as every fox wolf walks in, and everyone takes a seat. As she takes a seat at the front of the table, as she pats her lap, saying that for them to sit on her lap, as they do, not wanting to get punished or anything like that. As they actually enjoy being her slaves, but they hate the punishment a lot. But being her slaves is the best thing that happened to them for their lives. Their lives have just been abuse after abuse after abuse. The third Hokage has been trying to help, but he just does the same thing. He doesn't help at all. Only thing he does is give them money. He's trying to help, but he's too scared to anger the council, so he doesn't do anything. He just gives them money. Yeah, as what, I forgot her name. Wow. As Kurama says, thank you all for coming here. As the day on, I will be staying here. No one else will be able to see me. As he says, I'll explain what happened during dinner. Yeah. She's explain her whole story. What happened. It's just a typical story what happened to Kurama, how he got steal into Mito. How he got steal into Mito, and then after he got steal into Mito, he got steal into Kushina. After he got steal into Kushina, he got steal into Naruto and Mema. Yeah. That's just the story. That's the story she's talking about. Because the reason why she got steal and captured in the first place is that she was bored in a castle, and then she thought she wanted to go into a stroll. She was in her human form for 1 second, then she transformed into a big QB form. As the Hokage took notice of this, wanted to gather all tail beasts and send it to each village, he gathered the 9 tails too, while she was vulnerable, just laying there sleeping. And he collected the 9 tails, kept putting it into Mito, after Mito, and then blah blah blah, all that. As 5 minutes passes, and you see everybody eating, as Naruto and Mema is getting fed by Kurama, as they are embarrassed a little. Yeah, as they are embarrassed a little, as their master is feeding them. As nobody minds or cares, and nobody's jealous, because they knew if they even thought of being jealous, they would have been dead, on the spot. So they just roll with it, nobody caring a lot, as they just talk among themselves. As Naruto and Mema, as they're just eating, not denying their master feeding them. As a couple of minutes goes by, all that happens. As they all just finish eating, and as Kurama says, you are all dismissed. As everybody saying, thank you for the meal, master. I mean, not everybody, oh my god. As every fox says, thank you for the meal, mistress. As they leave the table, as they just go on doing their regular duty. As I'll explain their duty later on. Not now, because I need to. As Kurama sees Naruto and Menma getting tired, she says, well, it's getting late, so I don't mind y'all two going to sleep. What's my permission after all? Well, we will be sleeping in the same bed. As Kurama, Naruto, and Menma, they all gathered and went in the same room, fell asleep in the same bed. As Kurama in the middle, Naruto and Menma on the other two sides. As now we're gonna cut to Konoha. As you just see Saratobi, the third Hokage, sitting smoking his pipe after he finished all the paperwork. As Saratobi goes aside saying, I should visit the kids. As he just goes around, as he first goes to the apartment, not seeing them there. As he goes to the thing, as he goes around the village looking around, as he goes to the ramen shop, not seeing them there, as he asks them, did you see Naruto or Menma all day? As they shake their head no. As he just goes around, looking, not finding them, as he got worried, asking for Ambus to look for them. After the Ambus come out, he was sweating. Not because the Naruto and Menma could have died. It's because the council would have killed them for losing the 9 kills. That's the main reason. As Naruto and Menma wakes up. As it's the next day. As the village has been, like the shinobi side of the village has been in chaos. As the civilian side, news spread fast on how the demon brats have been killed or something. Or they ran away, or they was banished. But they don't think banished, but like executed or something, or killed. I don't know. They just think that. Yeah, as the shinobi side was in panic and like disarray, as the citizen side was celebrating and was happy. As we're just gonna cut back to Naruto and Menma as they wake up, remembering everything that happened last night. As all that happened in one night, just to let you know. Yeah. As they wake up to find their master sleeping. As they looked at each other, they see that they could escape because the window was wide open as they're on as this is not like a very high castle or like mansion. It's not a castle, it's a mansion to let you know. As it has a throne for some reason. So the her is a castle, but everybody else is just regular. It just looks like a mansion. As they have the means to escape, and they was feeling to escape, but when they was about to leave, they stopped. As they look back at their master, and they look at the outside, as they think, remembering everything since they can remember, thinking on how the villagers abused them, thinking on how the only thing that the Hokage did was give them money. Nothing else. Remembering how the Ichigo Raku ramen was the only thing they could eat because they couldn't afford anything else. Remembering how the villagers abused them and everything. All that as they just flashed through their mind. As they stopped, and then they just looked at each other. Then Naruto says, I think we should go back. She's been the nicest thing we had. Anything. As Menma shaked his head. As they just climbed back in bed, not trying to wake up their master. As Kurama was awake all that time. As she was ready to pull the chain back. And I was going to almost kill them, how much she was going to punish them. But she stopped. And then she just She sees them climbing back in the bed as she smiles. As she pulls both of them into her arms. As she snuggles up to both of them. This master and slave relationship is a weird one, as I will say. But yeah, I'll explain their powers before I end this episode. How long? 35 y'all on this one. And this may explain their powers. I will be giving Naruto and Melma demonic eyes as one of their powers. It will be able to see, like, it'll be like the shotgun gun. It'll be able to copy jutsu. It'll be able to see everybody movement at a high speed, slowing everything down for them. As you'll have demonic claws, you'll have their own chakra. I mean, they'll have their own chakra state, like the Nine Tails chakra mode, but they'll have their own kind. They'll also have tails on ears, but that'll be when they really fuse with kurama. Not like when I say fuse, I mean like when kurama turns them into her. It would be like today, but that'll be episode 2 for y'all. And the next part is they'll have demonic pressure, as it's like Killer Intent, where like demonic pressure that will legit push you onto the ground. Like the gravity will get so strong that will push you to the ground or push you away just by the pressure leaking off. It might even kill you if you stand into it and you can't withstand the will. They have chakra enhancement, where like the morning chakra wraps around your arm and then enhance everything about that part of the arm or like part of the body. Yeah. Kurama will teach them about the tail beast form and all that. As she would respect Kushina. She hated Kushina and Minato guts with everything she has, but she could hate them, but only thing she respected about them was their powers and how strong they were for humans. So she did tell them who their parents was and all that, but they being shocked and angry, more angry and pissed at the village and still at the Hokage for keeping it. More anger at the Hokage than the villagers. Still pissed at the villagers and everything of it. As she says, I will teach you your parents ninjutsu and taijutsu and all that. But not the taijutsu, I just teach you your parents ninjutsu. As all of that. And you'll be learning my kind of taijutsu. The next thing I'll be teaching you is how to read people's emotions with your eyes and all that. And the last thing is, once we're done with all this, we're going back to Konoha before the academy. They'll be 4. I make it the academy at age 7. They're 4 at the no, they're 5. I make the academy at age 8. No, it's in the academy at like 9 or 10. So I made the academy at age 9. So they'll have 4 years to train on that. They won't master it, but they'll have like good control at least. And chakra control like normal. So yeah. I'll be ending the video here. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Tell me if you like it or not. And I would like to say this again. Thank you for getting me up to 100 subscribers. So yeah. Bye.